from the Opus Radio News Center, this is an Opus Radio News Update.
And good Tuesday morning, I'm Al Quartemont with a look at your web news update. Efforts to redraw state house and congressional districts have stalled as lawmakers are bogged down in debates over minority representation, incumbent protection, and regional divides. The House will return today to continue haggling over how to redesign its 105 districts. Yesterday, a House committee approving plans to boost minority districts to 30, but Republicans won their bid on the House floor to reduce them to 29. Meanwhile, the Senate's redistricting committee is deadlocked at 4-4 on a congressional remap and will continue their discussions today. Senators remain divided on whether 2 vertical North Louisiana congressional districts should be maintained. On the political front of all of this, Governor Jindal's chief of staff, Timmy Teeple, and executive counsel Stephen Wagasback have been meeting with GOP leaders as the process continues, despite the fact the governor called for at the start of the session lawmakers to work across party lines and asked legislators to not act like they do in Washington, D.C. Now, as far as how the local makeup of all this goes, Central Louisiana representatives continuing to fight plans to change the makeup of local districts. Yesterday, Alexandria Representative Chris Roy barely getting a plan through that would keep Rapides Parish basically at its same look with 3 representatives along with Herbert Dixon and Chris Hazel. But that plan could change again today. Rick Nolan of Natchitoches and Billy Chandler of Dry Prong would have to run against each other under Roy's plan, and they are definitely opposed to that. Meanwhile, Alexandria Mayor Jacques Roy and Pineville Mayor Clarence Fields have sent a joint letter to state lawmakers saying the plan to divide Rapides Parish into 4 districts shows a complete disregard for the needs of Central Louisiana. So stay tuned for more on all of this. Well, it appears the Central Louisiana Boys and Girls Club is being shut down. The announcement was made yesterday by board member Rosa Fields. She says the money simply is not there, so as a result, the club is expected to officially close on April 21st. Funeral services for Central Louisiana Chamber of Commerce President Elton Pody, who died Sunday, have been set. Visitation will take place tonight from 5 to 8 p.m. at Grace Christian Church, then tomorrow from 9 to 10:30 at Calvary Baptist Church. Pody's funeral will also be 10:30 tomorrow morning at Calvary. Pody, who died from cancer, will be buried at Mineral Springs Baptist Church Cemetery in Dubach, which is near Ruston. LC President Dr. Joe Aguilar recovering from a heart attack he suffered yesterday morning. The college says the 54-year-old president is at Rapides Regional in stable condition and has been diagnosed with coronary artery disease. He'll undergo heart bypass surgery next week. The college has set a special prayer service this morning at 11 at Gwynn Auditorium. On the calendar today, community-wide job fair. It'll run from 4 to 6 p.m. at the Alexandria Riverfront Center. It's said to be for people between the ages of 17 and 30. So if you are looking for a job or know somebody who is, that would be a great place to go. Also, an information session on the new Louisiana Virtual Charter School will be held tonight from 6:30 to 9 at the Best Western on MacArthur Drive in Alexandria. Now, enrollment is to begin for the first online charter school for students from kindergarten through 12th grade, and it could radically change the way children are being educated. The Baton Rouge-based school, which is called Louisiana Connections Academy, will start accepting applications Friday. They plan to begin operations for up to 500 students later this year. Bessie has signed off on the plan, which would see schools as a way to attract a wide range of disaffected students who might otherwise drop out, but some public school leaders contend online charter schools carry too many unanswered questions. And in Tuesday sports, it's the annual Dare Game at Bringhurst Field today. The LC Wildcats host LSU Shreveport at 11 a.m. Also, the LC softball team is scheduled to host ETBU in a doubleheader that starts at 4 p.m. on the Louisiana College campus. Also, some big changes for Louisiana's state basketball championships next year. The LHSAA says both the boys and girls semifinal rounds will be played in 3 cities, Lake Charles, Hammond, and Monroe, before all championship games are then played in Bossier City. Director Kenny Henderson says that while there may be many opinions on this new setup, he's hoping everyone will agree in the long run that the reduced travel burden will be in the best interest of student athletes and their families. We'll have more news for you on our Truth 104.3 FM Facebook page. You can always send us your news. Send news at opusbroadcasting.com. I'm Al Quartemont.